For the first grade. Hello, my friends, and welcome to Distance Learning Music. I believe it is week 3, so we're going to go ahead and start with our warm-ups. Can you do me a favor? Rub your hands together like this. Get them nice and warm. Rub, 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 and go. That's nice. Rub your hands again. Rub, 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 and go. All right. Think of your absolute favorite food. Something that you think is the yummiest thing on the planet. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it some more. And I want you to close your eyes and imagine that your favorite food is right in front of you. And imagine that you can smell it. Imagine that you're going to take a bite. Go ahead and chew your favorite food. Imagine that you can taste what it is. Can everybody be my echo? I want you to pretend that you're eating your favorite food. Can you go? Try it again. It's still in your mouth. It tastes so good. Now, what I want you to do is think of that favorite food and ask your parents if you can eat your favorite food for lunch or dinner or whatever time you might be watching this video. Everybody do a big stretch. Can you go? I feel like me. You might need to yawn for real. Okay. Put your hands on your head. Can you say, "This is my head voice"? Now, you see this little tool here? Don't mind the instruments. My desk is a mess. Remember what this thing is called? This is a recorder. And if you have an older sibling in 3rd grade or older, they might have it. Your parents might even have one. This is what I use to make sure that we don't sing too high or too low. So, you might echo. Can you sing? Try this one. This is my singing voice. Excellent. I'm going to go ahead and have us move on to our warm-up song. And I think it's about time that we revisit one of our favorite warm-up songs. It's a long one, but I promise you, you'll like it. Are you ready? Hey-ho, the Rattlin Bog in the bog down in the valley-o. Hey-ho, the Rattlin Bog in the bog down in the valley-o. Now in this bog there was a tree, a red tree, a rattling tree, the tree in the bog down in the valley-o. Hey-ho, the Rattlin Bog in the bog down in the valley-o. Hey-ho, the Rattlin Bog in the bog down in the valley-o. Now on this tree there was a limb, a rattling limb, a limb on the tree in the bog down in the valley-o. Hey-ho, the Rattlin Bog in the bog down in the valley-o. Hey-ho, the Rattlin Bog in the bog down in the valley-o. Now on this limb there was a branch, a rare branch, a rattling branch. The branch on the limb, and the limb on the tree in the bog down in the valley-o. Hey-ho, the Rattlin Bog in the bog down in the valley-o. Hey-ho, the Rattlin Bog in the bog down in the valley. Now on this branch there was a nest, a rare nest, a rattling nest. The nest on the branch, on the branch, on the limb, and the limb on the tree in the bog down in the valley-o. Hey-ho, the Rattlin Bog in the bog down in the valley-o. Hey-ho, the Rattlin Bog in the bog down in the valley-o. In this nest there was an egg, a rare egg, a rattling egg. The egg in the nest, on the branch, on the branch, on the limb on the tree in the bog down in the valley-o. Hey-ho, the Rattlin Bog in the bog down in the valley-o. Hey-ho, the Rattlin Bog in the bog down in the valley-o. Now on this egg there was a bird, a rare bird, a rattling bird. The bird in the egg, in the nest, on the branch, on the limb on the tree in the bog down in the valley-o. Hey-ho, the Rattlin Bog in the bog down in the valley-o. Hey-ho, the Rattlin Bog in the bog down in the valley-o. Hey-ho, the Rattlin Bog in the bog down in the valley-o. Hey-ho, the Rattlin Bog and the bug down in the valley. All right, first grade. So we're going to go ahead and move on to a song that some of us started when we were in school, the building. Some of you might remember it. Some of you might not. That's okay. For now, just listen. Are you ready? Let's make sure that I'm not singing too high or low, shall we? Listen first. All right, ready? Snail, snail, go around, around, around. Snail, snail, go around, around. Pretty easy, right? This should be an extremely simple song for most of us. So what I want you to do is try singing it with me. Ready? Ready? With me this time. Here we go. Snail, snail, go around, around. Snail, snail, go around, around. Easy peasy, right? If you need to go back and practice, that's fine. You can rewind this video a little bit and try singing it. But for those of you who are ready, we're going to move on to the next part. Take a look at what I have for you in my notebook. I have a little spiral here, right? So what I need you to do is, I have my cursor, but I'm sure you can do this with your finger. While we are tracing this spiral, I want you to try singing the song for me. Try your best to keep your finger on the spiral. It's going to get a little confusing part of the way through. Even me just looking at this on my own, it's a little confusing to my eyes, but try your best. Okay, ready? That's our first two sounds. Are you ready? Let's try singing our song together. Here we go. Snail, snail, go around, around. Snail, snail, go around, around. Snail, snail, go around, around. Snail, snail, go around. Oh, look! We finished it perfectly with the spiral. Give yourself a pat on the back. Nice work. If you want to practice that again, go ahead and go back and maybe you can do a little better than I did with my little mouse cursor. But we're going to move on. Did you notice that this song only uses two sounds? We have a high sound and we have a low sound. So high sound, low sound, high sound, low sound. Really, the song only uses two sounds. Listen to it and see if you can try and move your finger up and down for when you hear the high sounds and the low sounds. Are you ready? I'll do it with you. Here I go. Snail, snail, go around, around. Did you hear that? Only two sounds, really. So what we're going to do is we're going to pretend that there's some elevator buttons. Nod your head if you've ridden an elevator before. I'm pretty sure that for some of you, your parents let you push the buttons, right? So there's the two buttons on our elevator that have up arrow and the down arrow before you even get inside the elevator, right? There's an up arrow button and a down arrow button. So we're going to take a look at that right now. Let's see. I have up here in my doobly-doo, I think I'm pointing to it. Up here in my doobly-doo, I have elevator buttons. The blue button is pointing up and the green button is pointing down. So what I want you to do this time is, while you and I sing the song together, I want you to push the elevator buttons for me. Are you ready? Let's try it. Ready? I'll use my cursor. Ready? Let's sing the song together. And let's add our elevator buttons. Here we go. Snail, snail, go Did you do it? Try doing it by yourself. I'm not going to help you this time. Are you ready? Here you go. Snail, snail, go around, around, around. How do you think you did? Because there is a right way to push the buttons. Some of the sounds are high, some of the sounds are low, and there's definitely a right way to do it. But let's see. I'm going to let you try again, and I want you to try and see if you can get all the high sounds and the low sounds in the right order. Ready? Let's give you back your buttons and see how you do. This time, don't sing, listen, and point. Are you ready? I'm not going to help you. Ready? You listen and push the buttons. I'm going to sing for you. Here I go, snail, snail, go around, around. How do you think you did? Are you ready for me to show you the answer? Let's take a look at it, because here it is. Ta-da! It's right there. The blue buttons are all over the words because they make the high sound, and the green buttons are all under the words because they make our low sound, right? So I want you to go ahead, and I'm going to give you this whole screen to work with, and I want you to push the buttons in the right order. Don't just push whichever one you want. Don't stay on the same button. We got to move to each different button now. I'll help you with my cursor. I think you can handle it. Are you ready? Here we go. Let's take a look here. Are you ready? I'll sing the song for you the first time, and you listen and follow. Here we go, snail, snail, go around, around. Did you figure out that some of these words take up more than one dot? For example, the word snail. Can you say the word snail? Okay, let's see. I'm going to clap the word snail. Snail. One sound, right? Do you remember earlier in the year when we were learning about rhythms for the first time and we talked about syllables, right? The word snail only makes one sound, so snail. One sound, one syllable. But what about the word around? Can you clap the word around? Ready? Here we go. Around. Notice that? So what I want you to do is think. Remember, when we're doing the word around, we can have two different notes. Maybe in the word around, we have a high sound and a low sound. Let's take a look right here at the very end. Around is two sounds. So around gets two dots. But some of them are mixed up. You can have one that's high. You can have one that's low. Or maybe the first syllable is low and the second syllable is high. Or maybe they can be both the same. It can happen. So be careful. Around has two syllables, but they're not always going to be the same sounds. Let's try it again. Are you ready? This time, sing it with me and poke the dots. Are you ready? Here we go. Snail, snail, go around, around. Pretty easy, right? I'm sure that you were absolutely able to handle it. So what I want you to do is go ahead and practice that for me a couple of times. Do you think you can handle it without my help? I think you've got it. Let me go ahead and show you the screen. Pause the video here if you need to practice it a little bit more and restart when you're ready. If you're ready to move on, just keep letting the video play. It's all good. All right, first graders, for your something extra today, I want you to go on Flipgrid. If you look at the bottom of the video where it says description, it'll show you how to go to Flipgrid. And on Flipgrid, I want you to record yourself singing Snail Snail. Even better, I want you to record yourself doing Snail Snail, pressing the elevator buttons. Do you think you can handle that? I want to see as many videos as I possibly can. Thumbs up if you got it. Excellent job today, first grade. I will see you all next week. Toodaloo.